Next Chapter Podcasts presents the Play On podcast series, Pericles, Episode 6, For I Was Born at Sea. For the best listening experience, be sure to use your headphones or earbuds. Now, let imagination have its way.
Boss, I made a deal for this piece here.
Marina.
Marina's her name.
Bolt, take some notes on her. The color of her hair, her skin height, her age, along with the guarantee of her virginity. Then go out and announce that whoever puts up the most cash can have her first.
All this blushing and simpering of hers will have to be thumped out of her with some practice.
Look! Here comes Lord Lysimachus in disguise.
We'd have all his highborn friends and the lowlife rubbing elbows in there if Miss Holier-than-You would just put out.
Come on, let's leave his honor with her alone. Get!
Now, pretty one, how long have you been working at this trade?
What trade, sir?
Well, if I name it, I'll offend you.
I can't be offended by my trade. Please, name it.
How long have you been of this profession?
Ever since I can remember.
Did you start so young? Were you in the game at 5 or 7?
Earlier too, sir, if that's what I am now.
Well, the house you're living in advertises you as a creature who can be bought.
So you know it's a house of that kind, and yet you step into it? I heard it said that you were an honorable man, and the governor of this place.
Oh, I see. You heard something about my power, and that's why you're so standoffish, waiting for something better from me. But, I assure you, pretty one, my position means I can't see you formally or know you outside of this house. So, let's go someplace private and get started. Come on.
If you were born to honor, show it now. If someone thought you so, prove they were right. But honor, sir, is what is now at stake. Let justice, which you serve, guide you tonight. My life is still unstained. It's yours to harm. But if you should deface my spirit's home, this workmanship of heaven made for good, it would be your own honor that you'd kill. Abusing justice, you would rob from me the only thing I have that makes me free.
What's this? How's that? Keep talking then, my sage.
I can only speak as what I am, sir. A maid whom fortune flung into the sty, where I have seen diseases bought and sold for more than any medicine could yield. Oh, if the watching gods would just release me, I'd leave this wretched place forevermore. I'd welcome life as any common bird if I could just fly free in the clean air.
I did not think that you could speak like that. Indeed, I never dreamt it possible. If I came here with a corrupted mind, what you said has changed me. And my foul thoughts have all been washed to brightness by your grace. I came here thinking I would pay the price. 1 piece of gold for your virginity. But what you've taught me is the cost of vice. Here's 20 to repay your honesty. You owe me nothing. I need only this. That you go live your life of righteousness. Gods give you strength to settle for no less.
May the good gods preserve you.
Though I came to this place with ill will tonight, I hate it now, from roof beams to floorboards. Fare you well. You are incarnate virtue. I don't doubt that you are noble in your ancestry. Wait, lady, here is yet more gold for you. Any man who comes to rob your honor, I curse him. Let him die, just like a thief. If you hear from me again, I promise it will be for your good.
I beg your honor, one piece of gold for me?
Get thee behind me, doorkeeper of hell.
Huh?
If this pure maid was not standing inside it, your house would sink into the stinking mud and smother all inside. Out of my way!
What's this? Looks like we need to try a different tactic with you. If your cranky chastity is going to unhinge the whole household, I'll be a neutered lapdog. Snap to it!
Where do you want me to go?
I've got to get you unvirginized. Come on now. We're not going to have any more gentlemen driven off. Come on now, I said.
What's this? What's the matter?
Oh, it just gets worse and worse, mistress. She was talking about holy things with Lord Lysimachus.
Oh, monstrous!
She makes our profession seem like it stinks to high heaven.
That's it. String her up forever.
That nobleman would have treated her like a nobleman does, but she sent him away as cold as a snowball, saying his prayers.
Bolt, take her away. Do whatever you like to her. Crack the glass of her virginity and make her behave.
Oh. Even if she was a thornier piece of ground than she is, I'd plow her up.
Do you hear this, you gods?
She's conjuring something down. Take her away. I wish she'd never come through my doors. To hell with you. She was born to ruin us.
Oh.
Why won't you just lie down and take it like the rest of womankind?
Come, mistress, come along with me.
What are you going to do to me?
I'm just going to take away the jewel you're holding so damn tight between your knees.
Please, tell me one thing first.
All right, what's your one thing?
Who's the worst person you've ever known?
Could be my master. Or maybe his wife.
Neither of them is half as bad as you. They rule you, and you are at their command. Your state is one a tortured fiend in hell wouldn't trade with his for all his suffering. You hold the doors for the foulest breed of men, the kind who slinks around here to find his whore. The worst scum of the world thinks it's his right to slap you if he wants. And what you eat is tainted by the air of this foul place.
What would you have me do? Go to the war, maybe, where a man may serve 7 years for the privilege of losing a leg and not have made enough to buy a wooden one?
Do anything but this you're doing now. Empty chamber pots or clean the sewers. Make yourself apprentice to the hangman. All of those would be improvements on this. What you do, a baboon, if he could speak, would say was far beneath his dignity. Oh, if the gods would save me from this place. Here, take this gold from me.
What?
If your master wants to profit from me, tell him that I can sing, weave, sew, and dance. I will agree to teach any of these. Once you get the word out in this city, there'll be plenty of students coming here.
But can you teach all that different stuff?
Prove that I cannot, and you can sell me to the vilest John you've ever known.
Well, I will see what I can do for you. If I can find you a placement, I will.
Let it be among honest women.
By God, I'm not sure I've ever met one. Anyway, I'll do what I can for you. Come on, then.
That's how Marina flees the place and chances into an honest house, far from harm's reach. She sings like an immortal, and she dances for those among the lucky ones she'll teach. With her needle flashing, she composes the likenesses of bud, bird, branch, or berries. Her art is like a sister to the roses. Her silken thread, the twin of the red cherry. Her father's now at sea, and it is there that waters churn and twisting tempests blow. The coast he lands on happens to be where his daughter lives, though that he doesn't know. His ship is grand and black against the sky as stars come out and day begins to dim. In Mytilene, he's anchored by and by. Lysimachus goes out to welcome him. Let your imagination make the stage. The ship where Pericles is cloaked in woe. So listen as the players now engage, and what is yours to see is theirs to show.
Greetings, honorable sir. May the gods preserve you.
The same to you. May you outlive me and die a happy man.
You are too kind.
While we on shore were honoring God Neptune, I looked to see your regal vessel here. I thought I'd come to know where you were from.
Well, first, what's your position?
I am Lysimachus, governor of the city where you're anchored.
Sir, our ship is from Tyre, and in it is the king.
No.
A man who hasn't spoken to anyone, nor taken sustenance, but to prolong his grief for these 3 months.
What is the reason for his woeful state?
It's too long a tale to tell you now, but he suffers most from the twin losses of a beloved daughter and a wife.
Oh, might we see him?
You may, but I must tell you, it is useless. He will not speak to anyone.
Even so, let me meet him.
Behold him. Oh, this was a fine man, until disaster struck one fatal night and drove him to this.
Good king, we greet you. May the gods bless you. Greetings, royal sir.
This is in vain. He will not speak to you.
Good sir, we have a maid in Mytilene who I would bet could win some words from him.
No?
Go, fetch her hither.
Yes, sir.
I have no doubt that her sweet harmonies and other skills could charm him and unblock the ears that have been deafened by his woe. She is as blessed as a summer day, and with her maiden cohort now resides in the leafy grove that rests in the crook of the island's arm.
I'm sure it's useless. Yet, we will do all that might work.
But, sir, I must once more entreat you now to tell me the cause of your king's sorrow.
Sit, sir. I'll tell you all. But wait, I'm interrupted.
Oh, here's the lady that I sent for. Welcome, fair one, welcome.
My lord.
Isn't she a beauty?
Indeed she is.
If, with your artful charms, you can entreat this silent man to speak despite his woe, it seems you can expect to be repaid beyond what you have ever known before.
Sir, I'll do all I can to comfort him, but I need to approach him alone.
Come, let's withdraw.
Yes.
And may the gods look kindly on her work.
A rose that opens at night A flower no one's ever seen. And as she blooms, the moon makes her bright, breathing her perfume in the forest's green. Ah, the rose in the dark. She is patient, waiting through the years. Come and find the rose in the dark. She is waiting, always waiting here. Ah, the rose in the dark. Now you know that she has always been. You can find her. She has always been here. She has always been here.
The Play On podcast series Pericles was translated into modern English verse by Ellen McLaughlin and directed by Lisa Rothy. Episode scripts were adapted and produced by Catherine Eaton. Composer, Rindy Eckert. Sound designer, Jane Shaw. Sound engineer, Daniel Ben-Shimon. Executive producer, Michael Goodfriend. Senior producer, Miriam Lauba. Managing producer, Robert Capadona. Coordinating producer, Taylor Bailey. Casting by the Telsey office, Karen Castle CSA and Ada Kairamanian. The cast is as follows: Keith David as Pericles, Kathleen Chalfant as Gower, Johanna Day as Lycorida, Diana, and the Bawd, John Keating as Helicanus and Philemon, Jenny Greenberry as Marina and Antiochus's daughter, Amy Kim Watsky as Dionysa and Thaisa, Jeffrey King as Antiochus, Simonides, and Pander, Barzan Akavan as Saramon and Thaliard, Tommy Schreider as Lysimachus and Leonine, Benjamin Bonenfant as Bolt, messenger, fisherman, knight, pirate, sailor, servant, and lord. Orlando Pabotoi as Cleon, messenger, fisherman, knight, pirate, sailor, servant, and lord. Christiana Clark as messenger, fisherman, knight, pirate, sailor, servant, the ship's master, and lord. Additional support was provided by voice and text consultant Rebecca Clark Carey, equipment and recording engineer Tommy Freed. The Senior Manager of Business Operations and Partnerships at Next Chapter Podcasts is Sally Cade Holmes. The Play On podcast series Pericles is produced by Next Chapter Podcasts and is made possible by the generous support of the HITS Foundation. For more about the Play On podcast series, visit playonpodcast.com, where you'll find interviews with the artists, producers, and engineers who brought it all to life.